Tiger, how are you? Hi, I'm Polina. I'm talking to you. Aquarius? No, hang on. Pisces. It's been a long day. Pisces, thank you very much for joining me. Let's talk about 2022 and the truth behind this force that we are facing in the world today. So the main thing that I'm feeling very interested in for you, as for me, is the interest in that which makes sense suddenly coming into your life. All of a sudden, probably by the end of 2021, you already started to be interested in the right things and products. You somehow have a nose for it. So it's like I kind of can tell when I go to the supermarket what is good to buy. I can kind of tell when transcend, I will be going here. When I go out of my house, I know which way to go. If I'm ever in a tough place, I wonder about maybe the afterlife, or I wonder about where to next. If I was not in this game, which game would I be in? So this is not a dark place. This is not about thinking about the afterlife, but it is. I feel that there is something very, very neutral and knowing about you when it comes to death and rebirth and anything like that anyway. But because of the times also, I feel that you are very good at knowing the right things and how to navigate other people. If you are a religious person, if you work for a church, or if you work for a spiritual organization, or you just make money coaching people in the spiritual way, your business might be going through the roof this and next year because you know stuff and you only can tell how. So it feels to me that you have a very, very good center point as to how you finally fully understood what really matters in the world. So maybe you are no longer part of the people that criticize stuff. So you don't want to criticize anything. You're just basically providing people something very important and providing a very well sought after and fresh independent view that is also very global and public very soon. So right now you may be not supported by anybody. By the end of 2023, 2024, you are the only person that everybody wants to see doing something, saying something, bringing it. But right now it's only just the first part of it. So you are solidifying a certain type of wake-up call that you are bringing. And it could be very, very, very public or very, very romantic, soft, mellow, and very, very innocently you. And you might not share with that many people, but you are sharing it now. So, hey, you know what is going on in the world? I think this. Hey, you know what? Like Jesus Christ. Or you know what Buddha said? So there is something about you that is happening that is very, very, very practical and very learned in terms of making that next vibe count and happy for other people. And it might not have a religious or a spiritual base at all, but it could be very spiritual for you. So it's like, you know what? Let me tell you about the world of clothes and culture. Let me tell you about the horse races. That is also possible. So maybe some part of you is very regressive and not bad, but it's going directly towards fine wine and fine dining and all of those things that kind of take your mind off the global picture right now. And that's also a world view. So I congratulate you for that as well. So if you want, understand which team you are playing for now. So how your thoughts have evolved, how your throat has evolved, what you are talking about, what you are roaring about. Because Tiger Year is about having a bit of a roar, a little roar. There is something about you that is maybe taking care of people too much to really be able to face your results. You have at least one or two results now. You might have a certain result in your organs, and you might have a certain result in your world. Understand your results. So it's very, very important right now to really clear your viewpoint of who you are and which way you're going by understanding how well or how neutrally or how unwell you're doing in life. So for example, okay, I just discovered I got cancer. Okay, that's a bad thing. So your whole worldview might have to change. And what you are epic about, what you think about, what you feel, has to change, has to evolve. Maybe it's on the other hand side. I've just understood that, for example, saw palmetto and amino acids can actually kill cancer cells. Wow, I'm taking saw palmetto. I will say this a little closer to the microphone. Saw palmetto and amino acids kill cancer cells. Okay, so all right, I'm taking those, and I've understood that I finally, oh wow, got rid of cancer. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm getting rid of my cancer cells. That's awesome. And then eventually you kind of sit there and go, hey, I'm going in the right direction. What else is it that I believe in? What else is it that I'm thinking about? What else has led me to this incredible thing? So, for example, I heard about this from a friend who's a yoga teacher who lives just across the road from me. That's a fantastic thing. I should spend more time with that person, for example. Or that person knows something about something. Maybe she's part of my tribe after all. Maybe I have a team. So here you have to understand, what is it that is good and what is it that maybe is horrible. So like for all people, there's probably going to be a little bit of both. But the main case is probably going to be either, wow, I'm doing excellent. I'm doing an excellent job of my life. I'm doing an incredible job on my business. I'm doing an incredible job on my health. Wow, I'm doing awesome. Or it's going to be the other way around. Like I just found out I got a diagnosis. You know, my sister has died. I don't know what's happening in my home. My mother doesn't talk to me anymore. My lover has stopped calling me. I don't really know which way to go. If you are in a dark place, save yourself the money. Okay, save yourself the money getting a session with me. Okay, if you're in a dark place, what you can do is you can basically make yourself very, very obvious and humble about it. Like, okay, I got like cancer tissues, I got this going on, I got breathlessness, I got respiratory disorders, I got this, and this. And not that much of it is in the yum column, it's all in the yuck column. I'm getting yucky feelings. I'm having a yucky day. You have to get real. And then maybe you have to study, maybe you have to learn, maybe you have to do some yoga yourself, maybe you have to do something different just to kick yourself into some kind of metabolizing process to be able to shake that anger, sadness, depression, disarray, disadvantage, negativity, hurt, and frustration, so you don't manifest negative things. If you have a lot of negative things stacked up by the end of 2021, by the end of 2022 is going to be a very, very hard, like hardship burden place, because you might now have to perfect the system that you are living in. If you have a lot of things like cancer, and sadness, depression, disappointment, anger, frustration, bad things, relationships, broken down home, everything, broken things, you have to change before you go into 2022, hopefully. If you are not ready yet to change, I understand, but you have to change everything. So here's where you understand a lot of big things are happening in my life, and they're positive or negative. If you have a lot of positive things happening, change yourself even more to that which is positive. If you have a lot of negative things happening, change, like shift it out. If you like, cleanse your cupboards, cleanse your endocrine system, cleanse your friends list, cleanse your to-do list, cleanse your lungs, cleanse your health. If you have a lot of bad stuff happening, coming to the surface 2021, because it's what Ox has given you. Ox has given you what you deserve, or what you designed to be now, will take care of before the bigger things can be given. So this is the thing, if an ox in here hasn't given you anything good and hasn't helped you with anything or anybody, it's usually a sign something is way out, so you have to change. So maybe this is about accepting God into your life, maybe it's about accepting plant kingdom into your life, maybe it's about doing some shamanic medicines, maybe it's about having more fun and joy, maybe it's about running away from yourself and like, I have no idea, maybe it's about like dancing in the rain. I don't know what your process is, but it might be something along the lines of that. So why I'm also saying is that belief systems, navigation of who you are, we have, of course, Neptune in your sign. Neptune loves your sign because he belongs there. So like, this is the thing, okay, you have Neptune in your sign. Belief systems and greater hope, greater dreams, greater, more exquisite, more humble also, but also greater expanded self for you should be here now. If your self-expansion has led you to decay, you have to change your view of the world and who you are in it. If you don't like it, what you are here reaping, it's not important to go into 2022 with a big smile and saying, that's okay, I don't know, this is okay, it's just how it works. I know I got lung damage, but hey, you know what, like, who doesn't? Like, whatever, I don't. I think most people I know don't. So this is the thing, you don't want to maybe face the karma quite yet, because sometimes pulling yourself out of the darkness means admitting that you are wrong. Sometimes, whoa, I'm wrong. That's very, very hard to do. If you have any kind of big, big, big sadness, scarcity, disease, disappointment, depression, loss, confusion, fright, that's usually at this point, because of where we are in the sky, is not going to give you anything else but that. So here we have to dig up your system of trust, system of belief, where you have found value for yourself, why you don't feel good, why you've made your body unwell. Wow, Polina, how can you say that? How come you've made your body unwell? I've also done this many a time in my past. Why you don't want to be here, why you don't want to live here, why you're not happy about your life. And then eventually we have to somehow live, So this is the thing, your choice, how you spend my last years, how you spend your lifetime, and it doesn't actually even have to, be like that. Like, what if I only have a few days? Like, this is where you have to really, really freak out if you don't feel the good that life can give. So life is for the living. If you are still in this body, and I presume that you would be, if you are, it would be an incredible time to really feel what this body can give. It can give laughter, it can give satisfaction, it can give ecstasy. Even if you don't love it, it can still love you back. So this is the thing, the body loves you. The body loves who you are. The body loves spirit. The body loves manifestation of the divine. The body loves itself. The body loves, love is made of love. Love. It loves. You are love. You are loved. You are love. So that's the thing. And then eventually 2022 closes, I'm just going to jump over there, closes with, okay, fine, this is where we are at. So this is the thing, we have resolutions coming to you at the end of 2022, and the resolution is like, okay, cool, this is real. Pisces is like, I don't know what is real, what is made up, and then, oh, this is real. Okay, so after that time comes, you can't really change. So sometimes there's like a very big vastness, and you can improve anything. Like right now, you can scare yourself into wanting to live a good life. You can scare yourself into wanting to have a good liver. Right now, you can change your life. You can say, gosh, I want to live, I want to survive this. I want to live good. I want to be a happy person. I want to strive forward, and I want to feel like I'm carrying something special in my heart. I want a special life. You can say this right now. And this can be given to you as well. But you can also talk a lot and say very bad things and la 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 la. And eventually comes like what comes a little later, not that much. So this is the thing, October, November, you might not be able to change that result. Some things are very certain. If you have the time to train up, if you have a time to feel something, if you have a time to laugh, if you have a time to let your heart shine, it's going to be this year. If you want, you can put everything out of your sight. It's like, I don't want to know about my mom or dad. I don't want to know how my kid is doing right now. Okay, I have cancer, for example. Well, look, I've got lung damage right now. Okay, I don't want to know anything about anybody right now. I don't want to know what's going on. It's a bit racy, I know. I don't want to see anything on TV. I don't want to know. I don't even want to hear my neighbors. I don't care. I don't even care. I just really want to feel good. Damn it, I want to feel good. My endocrine system, wow, what happened there? Like, what? Okay, let it go. Now, the main thing basically is to go through that feeling if you have to. If you understand now, they're like, whoa, I don't have anything. And it's not about the job and doing well. It's not about, I don't know, I'll just call someone up and ask about chemotherapy. I don't know. My doctor knows what to do. This is not where you go. This is not where you go. Where you now need to go is your lust for life. So close your eyes and just feel like, wow, how good it would be to love again. How good would it be to have a baby? For some people, that's happy, okay? I want to feel good. I want to feel light. I want to feel what human relationships could really be. Imagine how good it would be to feel young again. to have full potential in your body come back to you, to have your full genes activated, to actually feel everything in your body. How great it would be to not have to pray for things anymore, just to have them remembered through your experience. Like, people just remember what to help you with. Like, life just gives you by default that which is in your memories, in a way. Life lifts you up and gives you higher knowledge and higher grounds than you've ever thought were possible to even touch. That's like where life is, like love, life. And then eventually, in the end, you don't have to promise this to anybody, me or anybody. You don't have to promise this to yourself, but it somehow ends the cycle, just knowing that you want to live, just knowing that you want to love again, just knowing, like, look, like, I just want to live. You guys, I just want to be here. Like, I want to feel good in my body. I want to feel what my body is. I want to learn more about her. I want to know who she is. I want to live. I want to love. I want to be. I want to be this. So this is when people stop depressing themselves. This is where you stop thinking about your next door neighbors and the sex you had last year was better than the sex you're having this year, or like how much time you spent with this person or that other person. You stop trying to understand anything. You just go, whoa, I have no time. I have the moment. And this is where, like, we really see people break through this particular decade. Like, wow, coming, woohoo, haha. 2020, 2030, we get it and we want it so bad. We cry out to God, I want to live. I want my family to be safe. I just want to be happy. I just want to feel good. I want to feel good more than I know. I need to be happy. I need to be free. I want to feel alive. I want all my organs to work. Thank you very much. And that's where we meet. Okay, that's where you meet yourselves. That's where you really see who you are and who you were meant to be for such a long time. This is when you understand your turning of a book, turning of a story, and when you stop trying so hard to breathe and try to kind of get what other people are doing in their world. What are you doing? I don't know. Like, what's the market doing? What's the Bitcoin doing? I don't know. You don't give any more craps about who someone else could be. And you start to breathe your own words, and the words could be just like, guide me, or like love, or it could be even higher, it could be sin. Imagine sin. Oh my God, I've got sin. Oh my God, I've been in front of a computer my whole freaking life. Oh my God, I don't even know what my children are up to. I don't even know what my husband is thinking. I don't even know. I don't even care. I got addiction. Or like, oh my God, I love another man. Or like, oh my gosh, I don't even care about anybody. I don't even want to be here. Oh my God. I don't even respect the life my God has given me. Sin. That's higher than love sometimes, just to know it. And then there is another way, there's another choice, like, I must understand, I must believe. It's like, I eat so much sugar, I got freaking gut problems all my life. Or like, wow, I have so much anger, like, that my whole throat is upset, I don't even care about who I am anymore. Like, I don't even care about how I don't even care how I come across. I don't even care if people see who I am. Like, wow, I'm so big inside, but I'm so small outside. Like, I'm so small to me. Like, wow, I'm so angry at who I am every day. And then that's another phase. You're like, thank you. I forgive you. I forgive me. I forgive the family home that I'm from. I forgive the nature that I got. I've forgiven myself for being sad or depressed or disappointing or ghoulish or weird or yucky. Or I have to forgive. I have to forgive my mom. I have to forgive my dad. I have to forgive the whole family culture and system of life that I'm from. I have to forgive my country. I have to forgive. And then you like grow up a little bit more, and then you go, holy hell, I love again. I love that I can't see. I can't see. I don't know. And you go there, oh wow, I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really know how I'm living. And that's the blessing that I have in my life. Not fully being able to see who I am, or not fully being able to recognize what God really is sometimes, and what is good and not good. Why choose why choose anything? Why choose me? Why choose you? Why choose? Why? I don't care. I don't understand. Like sometimes I just sit there eating like crap and I don't even know. And then another part of you just like sits there and thinks, and you know what? Like, I love you. Like that weird, like dribbly part of me that just doesn't even know what to say sometimes. It doesn't even know what to think. Like I like you exactly for that. You know, like sometimes we get confused. Like I've spent 4 years at a job I hated. I spent 9 years in a partnership I didn't even know I was in. Like, whoa, like I like you. I love who you are. And then you know what? I like me for liking you back. And you love. Because you, that shadow, that weird part of me that never knows what to do, that cancer or that skin condition or any disease, you know, like you love, you know, in the end, I love. You love, and you teach you. 2 parts of Pisces, 2 fish, 2 parts, and they like to be together. That's the thing, 2 parts, the yin and the yang, and you get ready for something better, you know, even though you and I, you know, it's like you talking to yourself, even though you and I, you know, have things happening here. Okay, we have a child without a father, for example. We have a disease of the mind, you know, for example. We have a home without light, you know. We have not that much money in the bank. We don't have enough to eat sometimes, even though we have issues. We are love, and love is what we feed ourselves. And at first maybe that's what you're doing. I'll feed myself the love that I've got for me. I feed myself the love that I've got in my heart. I love me and me, you know, me and my inner words, or me and myself, you know, we love, you know. And then eventually, basically, as the 2 parts of Pisces join in a very esoteric way, very dreamy, you live, okay, and you allow it, you know, that previous mechanism of where you've been, or like however you might have stuffed up before, not really seeing yourself, or not really wanted to really believe in yourself or be yourself. All of this is just going to go, and one day it'll end. So the cycles, you know, the cycles of time, not knowing how to get off the train, not knowing how to quit. How do I quit? Like, what's the button I press? How do I stop being stressed? Or how do I stop being sick? Or like, how do I stop? And the big beginning basically here for a lot of us, people with Pisces, or people with disease, like people with cancer, okay, people with mental illness, people with rubbish in their minds and their bodies, you know. The thing is just about learning that trust life is the only way to do it. Life, you know, trusting life, living well, you know, healing your organs, giving yourself the best you can. Liver, heart, okay, mind will follow. Liver and heart, you know, and the breath. Liver, heart, lungs, you know, and other tissues follow, you know, and all of that which was will now be free. So the best way to do this now is to make a little exorcism, like here, you know, just in case you wanted to have one, you just had one, and sorry for being creepy. And the main thing basically is to understand how to then eventually grow for yourself what you don't know how to grow anymore. So this is the way that I'm doing it now. So like getting to a certain age, you know your tissues are not going to be the same. Okay, going through a certain type of therapy, going through a certain type of chemical battle, or certain type of issue, you know you're not going to have the same things anymore. Like growing past a disease, growing past an unnatural thing, growing past a certain humiliation or a human truth or a sadness or a depression or desperation or an inner war, you are going to do better next time. But you see, it's not going to be that real unless you believe and you breathe the breath of life into it. So the tissues that are rotting, that are wrong, if you have anything going on in your bowels, in your system, in your heart, anywhere, ovaries, you just have to breathe. And inevitably, the body will invent better chance of life. So the way that I'm growing at the moment is through certain types of medicines. So I'm taking vitamin E, like things like that. A vitamin can help you, okay? God brings light, okay? So vitamins alone in a sad worldview is sad. You have to raise your frequency. Frequencies are not to toy with. This is not about just like putting on some binaural beats and like thinking of good things. You have to trust God. And that is probably where I'm going to stop here. So if you have big changes and big cataclysms or like really sticky things to pull yourself out of, if you're one of those Pisces people and you don't have yourself ready for the next world or the next feeling of yourself, don't worry, don't work so hard. You will maybe give up hope in order to be ready to accept newer hopes. And yes, maybe on a level it all ends, but then there's going to be a greater beginning for all of us and a bigger truth that world will manifest. And we have to be real about ourselves and our truth and the bodies that we're in and life results, and not be afraid of that which we're in, the body that we're in, not to be afraid of the growths that we can have potentially, or all those other things that we don't really need. But because also we are in a certain type of age which is very young and youthful, we can't overbear with things like this. And we still got to shop for beautiful clothes, we still got to like show up in beautiful restaurants and go to the party, and not work so hard and trying to manifest something else outside of where we are. If you are in a certain place, if you are in a certain state of asylum, if you are in a certain state of disarray, decay, or danger, or anything, long for greater and live through it, but also allow the peace and the joy and the connection to the divine to grasp and help pull you out. It is like a birth. So you are like a baby, and a person's hands, are kind of cupping you and helping you walk out of one world and enter a new state of life. So thank you very much, Pisces. I hope it's been clarifying for you guys. Sorry about the intensity here. Okay, so anyway, I wrote a book, 2022, Year of the Water Tiger. That should help you get along and know what you're doing from now on. And also, if you want to, you can let your friends know about it as well. I have a digital and a physical copy, and also if you'd like, you can have a look at my website and things and check out other things that I offer. Thank you so much, and enjoy your year.